I'm Karina Gardner, and I believe that sewing is a lifestyle that will take your home from ordinary to extraordinary. And in today's tutorial, we are starting a new quilt. I'm so excited. So the block we're going to work on today is called the Lovely Squares quilt block, but it's part of a large sampler block or quilt, not block, that we're going to do for the next 3 months. And when I say 3 months, it sounds like a long time, but it's because we're only doing one per week, and we've got quilt block of the month in there as well. So every Thursday, I will be sending you guys a new PDF for the quilt block we're doing that week. And you'll notice that the fabric here is Ava Kate. Now I know you don't have access to it yet. If you're watching this video in real time in January of 2021, this line comes out in March of 2021, okay? And so by the time we're mostly through this block, the fabric line or this quilt, the fabric line will have come out. So that's awesome because you can do this with me with little bits of whatever you've got, or you can get a fat quarter of something else. Or you can wait and do the entire quilt with me in March, okay? And it is a sampler quilt, so there are gonna be 9 blocks in this entire quilt, so it's gonna be so fun. Totally separate and different than block of the month. So if you're doing block of the month with me, that's its own quilt. This is our spring sampler quilt for 2021, and I'm excited for you to do it with me because it's gonna be beautiful. Okay, let's get started with materials for this. The main thing that you need to know is that you need a lot of 4.5-inch squares. So you need 2 4.5-inch squares in one color. I called it pink, or this is your A piece if you've got the PDF, and 2 black pieces that are 4.5 inches. 4 red pieces that are 4.5 inches, and then you need 4 white pieces that are 4.5 inches, and then the last thing you need are 4 3.5 inches, 4 of those for your corners for this, okay? And there's a lot of half square triangles, which is why I have my, looks like a Dr. Seuss pencil here, and we're gonna draw diagonals. Now, if you do not have the PDF and you wish you could just see it, then you need to make sure and join my VIP group. My fabric VIP groups gets a free PDF every single Thursday. The group is totally free. It's just so I can send you guys PDFs. And you can join it at karinagardner.com and click on exclusive VIP, okay? And this is the tutorial that went out today and the PDF that went out today for this block. Okay, so it says that we want to take the A piece and we want to draw lines in it, and then the D pieces, which are our white pieces. So I don't think it really matters. You only need 1 diagonal for each block that you have put together. It's more of like knowing which blocks are going to end up together. Okay, so I have those diagonals, and then I'm going to go ahead and put them on these white pieces as well. I'm thinking I might end up with extra, and that's okay. Okay, that's finished. Now, make sure that you're matching up the correct pieces with the correct pieces. So this is how you're going to do it. So you need white pieces with your C pieces, which are your red pieces. So these pieces right here, you need to make sure and match up with all 4 white pieces, okay? So make sure you're doing right sides together, okay? So all of these are going to have a white piece with them. And then your black pieces are going to match up with your pink pieces, okay? I'm just going to put these over to the side so I don't mess up who belongs to what, okay? So make sure you've got right sides together on this as well. Okay, so your pink and your black pieces are together. Now, what you're going to do is go ahead and sew a 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 inch seam allowance on either side of that diagonal line, which is what I'm gonna do right now on all of these, okay? And then once you do that, we're gonna cut them in half.
you can see I just chain pieced them all together. So that is really nice. So now I'm just going to cut them all apart. My little tiny mat right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut them all apart. I'm going to press them and press them open, that is. Now just be consistent with your pressing. That means to just decide to press all a certain way, like towards the black ones or towards the pink ones. Whatever you decide, just be consistent with it. Okay, once you have finished pressing them, what you're going to do is you're going to trim each of these squares down to 3.5 inches. And I have given you plenty of space on these. So what that means is that you really do have quite a bit to cut down. You can see this piece right here. I have it laid out. And I've given you extra just to make sure if you make mistakes, if you're doing this with kids, if, you know, whatever it is that is gonna make it difficult for you to make them perfect. And then you'll get a nice, gorgeous little stack of 3.5 inch half square triangles. So I'm gonna finish the rest out and then I'll show you how to lay it out from there. Okay, you can see that I'm just finishing laying this out. It's a 12-inch block. So we're doing all 12-inch blocks for this sampler quilt that we're doing this spring. Don't you think that's so pretty? So now it's really simple. All you're doing is sewing all your rows, and then you're gonna sew those rows together. So pretty simple after you get going here. So I'm gonna do this really quick. I'm gonna go ahead and sew everything together. Okay. All finished. Look how cute that is. That's such a pretty block. I love this block. I love it in the colors. I love the mixy and matchy, but it all kind of blends together. It's so pretty. Okay, if you don't have the PDF to this, make sure and sign up for my fabric VIP group on karinagardner.com. Click on VIP and you will get my Thursday PDFs. Now, some of the blocks I will send out again. So if you're missing blocks or you sign up halfway through this quilt that we're making, you will get them. So just make sure and sign up and you should be good. And that's it. I'm so excited for you to make this with me. I'll see you guys later.